It is my enthusiastic pleasure to present this year's Denny, Katz, Simon Tingelstad Academic Service Award to Dr. Julie Byerley. This award is given to an academic pediatrician for outstanding efforts to improve health and wellness of all children in our state. Julie has an exceptional and noteworthy reputation for being a leader in pediatric medical student and resident education. Julie received her bachelor's in physics from Rhodes College and taught high school for 2 years. And I think many of us who are educators, if you have never been in a high school classroom and taught, I don't know if you've earned your stripes. Julie definitely earned her stripes those 2 years and decided to do something easy, so went into medicine.
That is the truth.
She received her doctorate in medicine from Duke University Medical Center, in addition to a master's of public health from the UNC School of Public Health, before coming to the Carolina Blue side of town and beginning her pediatric residency at UNC. After completing her pediatric residency and an appointment as a chief resident at UNC, Julie became the director of medical student education and pediatrics at the UNC School of Medicine. In this role, she directed the pediatric clerkship, in addition to coordinating the elective experiences and being a career advisor for senior medical students applying for pediatric residency training programs. Under Julie's direction, the pediatric clerkship was selected by the third-year medical student as the best clinical clerkship within the School of Medicine, an unprecedented 7 of the 8 years she was in that role. And it's truly unprecedented, as only about 10% of the students at the School of Medicine go into pediatrics, yet the majority of them selected it as the best run clerkship within the school. In the years of 2006 and 2010, Julie was selected also by the graduating class at the School of Medicine for the prestigious Professor Award, recognizing her degree of willingness, understanding, and ability had contributed most to medical students' education. Julie has developed several innovative teaching strategies within the programs at UNC, including curriculum that has been disseminated nationally and implemented at many prestigious medical schools across the country. In 2010, she became the Pediatric Residency Program Director, and under her direction and leadership, the residency training program at Carolina continued to be nationally recognized and highly competitive for its exceptional training opportunities. In addition, she continued to implement groundbreaking curriculum to address the true workforce needs for pediatric providers within this state. She successfully authored and received $5 million of grant funding from HRSA to expand the residency program and create the primary care track. This track has been tremendously successful, graduating its first class in 2014, all of whom successfully secured primary care positions, and many serving within the communities of North Carolina, including Pinehurst, Thomasville, and Greensboro. In addition, Julie also created the combined pediatric anesthesiology tract, one of only 7 programs in the country to dually train a pediatrician and an anesthesiologist at the same time. Julie's expertise for education is recognized throughout the School of Medicine, as she's been co-director of our Academy of Educators and served as the co-chair of our LCME study group. In addition, Julie co-chaired our strategic planning committee charged with reforming the curriculum within the School of Medicine, something that had not been done in over 40 years. Her successful leadership of this group has resulted in the new clinical curriculum implemented just last year, and also resulted in her appointment by the Dean to be the Vice Dean for Education at UNC School of Medicine and the Chief Educational Officer. Julie has been a mentor to countless students, resident physicians, and faculty members. Her expertise in education is unquestionable, and her success in academic medicine is extraordinary. She is constantly sought after to guide students and young physicians towards promising careers in medicine. She tailors her insight and her wisdom to best suit each individual, ensuring that they are on track to fulfill their full potential. Moreover, Julie has been a true champion for the mentorship and successful recruitment of underrepresented minorities into academic medicine and clinical practice. Now, I first met Julie as a fourth-year medical student when I was interviewing for pediatric residency positions. And I had never been to the state of North Carolina. The first time I'd ever been here is when I drove across the border to interview. And I remember that interview day so vividly, meeting Julie Byerley. She was a chief resident, enthusiastically recruiting for the program. And she knew me so well the first time I met her, and I couldn't believe how someone had gotten to know my application profile and truly cared about me as a person. She truly made the difference in that interview cycle and was instrumental in me selecting UNC as my top choice of residency training. I initially came here with my husband only expecting to be here for 3 years, and that was about 13 years ago. To truly know the impact that Julie has on the lives of those that she touches as an educator, one need only ask those who she has trained. And so I did ask a few to comment. And one person she has touched as a student, resident, and now faculty in another site within North Carolina describes her as saying, "Dr. Byerley exemplifies what I think of when I think of the word mentor. She is one of the busiest people I know, yet always makes you feel like her door is always open whenever you need her. She has the unique ability to guide you towards the best decisions without ever directly telling you what to do, thus teaching you how to make decisions rather than simply making life's challenging decisions for you. Dr. Byerley has made the most impact on me as a mentor by being the type of physician, educator, and person that I want to model myself after, which I think is the most important quality any mentor can possess. In the times when I feel the most challenged or pushed to my limits, I find myself thinking about how Dr. Byerley would handle the problem and using her as my moral compass for directions on how to proceed in those most difficult situations. My career goals as an academic pediatrician stem from Dr. Byerley's influence on me and my desire to one day motivate medical students and residents in much the same way that Dr. Byerley has inspired me." Another brief quote that I obtained from in one of Dr. Byerley's former students, I don't think she's in the room right now, it would embarrass her that I would read this, but Dr. Ginger Jacobs-Locklear, who's now a pediatrician at Pembroke, wrote, "First, let it be clear that words can never express my admiration and love for Dr. Byerley. She is an inspiration, not to just aspiring physicians, but to anyone with a desire to serve. I met Dr. Byerley over 7 years ago as a second-year medical student. I was interested in pediatrics, and my mentor suggested that I meet with the program director. I walked in, and Dr. Byerley said, 'Welcome to pediatrics.' To this day, she will never know what that meant to me, because no one had never welcomed me into the world of medicine. In fact, many discouraged it, but not Dr. Byerley. It was then that I found an ally in medicine. Later, during rounds as a third-year student, Dr. Byerley gave me the courage to speak out. She always insists that when a child's health is on the line, the more ideas that are presented, the more likely a team will succeed at caring for that child's body and heart. Then, as an intern, Dr. Byerley became my program director. And the first week, she reminded us that residency is an opportunity to learn, to spend time with patients, and to work hard. But we should never forget the people who got us this far, our families. Dr. Byerley reminded us that to care for others, we must also care for each other and for ourselves. And over the next 3 years, Dr. Byerley poured her heart and soul into our pediatric residency. She took time not only to get to know us, but our families. She's an incredible diagnostician, a thoughtful provider, an awe-inspiring mother, and just a force of nature. Did I mention she's a true Carolina fan? And I'm proud to say that she's my mentor and friend. Now, anyone who knows anything about Julie knows that while she has a passion for education, her first true loves are her family and sports. She has a tremendous partner in her husband, Mike, and 2 amazing sons, Bennett and Jed. And I believe it is a true commitment of your dedication to your family when everyone on campus and who knows her, from the deans to the nurses to the staff in the cafeteria and to housekeeping, know her family by name and constantly ask how they are doing. It's been an honor to witness Julie balance her commitment to her family while continuing to change the lives of those around her. So Julie has been my mentor for over 13 years during residency training and my transition to a faculty appointment at UNC. She leads by example and is the pinnacle of integrity, ethical practice, and excellence in education. I can truly attest that I would not have pursued a career in academic medicine had it not been for Julie Byerley. Her guidance and mentorship and leadership by example are truly amazing. She possesses this uncanny ability to sense angst that often accompanies leadership roles and provides the guidance to successfully navigate those professional challenges. In addition, she recognizes the importance of valuing priorities and sets the standard for life balance. She is an epitome of a selfless mentor and educator in every aspect of the word, and I can think of no one more fitting to receive this year's Denny, Simon, Katz, and Tingelstad Academic Award. Congratulations, Julie.